My name is Anthony Nathaniel, and today it's time for another video on Global Education Zone channel. And today we're talking about physics. So today we're dealing with the physics WAEC syllabus, and then let me write on board physics. So we're talking about the syllabus for physics and majorly everything you need to know before you write your physics WAEC examination. So the aim of this examination is to make you acquire proper understanding of the basic principles and application of physics. Another aim is to develop scientific skills and attitude as prerequisite for further scientific activities. Number 3, to recognize the usefulness and limitation of scientific method to appreciate its applicability in other disciplines in every life. And to develop abilities, attitudes, and skills that encourage efficient and safe practice. And finally, to develop scientific attitudes such as accuracy, precision, objectivity, integrity, initiative, and inventiveness. And just before I continue, if you are looking for more on physics syllabus, or you want to look for more on other subjects, you can also check the other videos in this channel, or you can visit www.mytopschools.com for the syllabi in all other subjects in WAEC, JAM, NECO, and every other West African examinations. So basically, your assessment objectives will be acquisition of knowledge. So they expect you to acquire knowledge, and you should be able to demonstrate knowledge of scientific phenomena, scientific vocabulary, the use of scientific apparatus, scientific quantities, and those are your length, mass, time, and all the fundamental and derived quantities. Then you must be able to manage and handle information and solve problems in physics. So, and you must have a good understanding of the basic topics in physics, and that's where we're heading now. So before that, we'll talk about the scheme of the examination. Your WAEC examination is divided into 3 papers: paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. Your paper 1 is consisting of 50 multiple choice questions, which is also known as your objectives, and then it lasts for 1 and 1 over 4 hours. That's 1 hour and a quarter of an hour. That's 60 minutes plus 15 minutes. That's 75 minutes. So your objective in physics lasts for 75 minutes. Then your objective carries 50 marks. Then your theory lasts for 90 minutes or 1.5 hours and carries 60 marks. Then your theory consists of, it's also known as your paper 2, consists of 7 short structured questions, and you answer any 5 out of the 7 for 50 marks. Then your section B consists of 5 essay questions, which you answer any 3 for 45 marks. So your section A of your theory or paper 2, your section A of paper 2 is consisting of short questions. Your paper A carries, your section A carries 15 marks. Then your section B carries 45 marks, and that is for paper 2. Then we're going on to paper 3, and which also known as your practical in physics. Now this practical in physics, it carries 50 marks too, and it's an easy way for you to quickly gain success in physics examinations, because practical is something you can easily get wind of. It's something that WAEC usually makes use of repetition. They repeat most questions, and then you can easily understand easily. Then it's a practical test for school candidates, and it's always live practical when it's school exam. But for WAEC GC, you often do alternatives to practical. Though for a school exam, some of you might do alternatives to practical. That's if the students are more than those for the practical. So basically, you'll be doing your practical in 2 number 3 over 4 hours. That's 2 hours and 3/4 of an hour. That's 120 minutes plus 3/4 of an hour is 45 minutes. That's 120 minutes plus 45 minutes. That's 165 minutes for your total for your paper 3. So basically, we're moving on to the topics you're covering in your physics. So for your part 1, for your objective, you should expect questions from concept of matter, and that involves kinetic and molecular theory of matter. Number 2, you should expect questions from fundamental and derived quantities, which is covered in another video in this channel, so go and check it out. Then you have number 3, expect questions from position, distance, and displacement. I've covered that too in another video in this channel. So most of these topics have been covered in this channel, so check out the videos for your physics examination. Then you have mass and weights, which is under quantities. We have time, we have fluids at rest, so that involves pressure, Pascal's pressure law, and other things. So we have equilibrium of bodies, which involves Archimedes principles and law of flotation. And under that, we also have stability of objects, stable, unstable, and neutral. So basically, go and check that out. Then we have motion, types of motion: random, rectilinear, translational, rotational, circular, or orbital, spin, oscillatory. So all these are motions, and you should expect these topics. These are the topics you should expect in your physics objectives. So moving on, you should expect topics on relative motion, causes of motion, types of motion, which is contact force and non-contact force. Non-contact force are also known as force field, and they involve gravitational forces, magnetic forces, and electromagnetic forces. Or we also have another third type of contact forces: force of attraction, force of repulsions, yes, magnetic forces, yes. Then we also have solid friction, which is contact force. So these are, go and study these topics for your WAEC objective exam. So you have viscosity, friction in fluids. We have simple idea of circular motion. There you talk about the equation for circular motion and centripetal forces and accelerations. So a quick note here: centripetal forces are actually force. They don't actually exist. Centripetal force and centripetal accelerations, they are forces that were invented to fill the gap of many of our scientific theories. So centripetal forces, even though they are false, they can be felt in circular motion. So check that out in other videos in this channel. Then we have speed and velocity. We have concept of speed, concept of velocity, uniform and non-uniform velocity. Then we have rectilinear acceleration. We have scalars and vectors, which involves calculation of vector addition and subtraction. Then we have equilibrium of forces. We have simple harmonic motion. Check that out too. Newton law of motion, first, second, and third laws of motion. So those are the topics you should be expecting to come out in your WAEC objective question. So moving on to part 2, theoretical. So we have mechanics, mechanical, and heat. So in your theoretical part, you should expect questions on energy, questions on work, energy, and power. We should expect questions on heat energy, expect questions on measurement of heat, yes, production and propagation of waves, types of waves, properties of waves. So all these are all these topics, and I'm covering these topics presently in a wide range of YouTube videos on physics. So you can check them out and for more explanation and understanding of physics more. So we have other topics too: sound waves, application of light waves, very important and practical topic. So light wave itself is a part 2 in your WAEC examination practicals. So we also have other topics to cover. We have fields, gravitational field, electric field, magnetic field, and also we have electromagnetic field. And electromagnetic fields are fields that are formed by interaction between electrical fields and magnetic fields, and they result in many of our waves, like gamma waves. We have radio waves. These are all called electromagnetic waves, and they move at the speed of light. So I'm gonna cover that for a part 2 in physics. We also have electromagnetic induction, Faraday's and Lenz's laws. We have simple AC circuits. We have power in circuits and others. So part 5 we also have structure of atom, or atomic and nuclear physics. So all these are Rutherford's model of atoms, Bohr's model of atoms, Thomson's model of atoms, and wave mechanic model. So all these are things you are expected to understand before taking your physics part 2, part B examination. So there are also other topics covered. So but basically I think we've come to an end of this video, and I will include a text of all these topics for those of you who are not able to, for one reason or the other, are not able to access it by other methods. So I will include these whole topics in the description of this video, so check it out. But if you can, visit www.mytopschool.com www.mytopschools.com for more information on syllabus for your examinations. Thank you for watching.